Hello and welcome to Chapman News Online, our show exclusive to YouTube. I'm Nick Tossey.
And I'm Tara Skipper. Here's what's going on in and around Orange.
You may have heard about the recent produce recalls, and now you can add grape tomatoes to that list. Fresh and Easy has voluntarily recalled their organic grape tomatoes. Reporter Zarina Carzada tells us why.
Organic grape tomatoes have been voluntarily pulled from Fresh and Easy store shelves when one test came back positive for salmonella. The date codes affected are September 9th to October 5th. Officials say the only brands that were affected are Limited Edition and Fresh and Easy's organic grape tomatoes. Although there hasn't been any illnesses directly linked to the grape tomato recall, many customers are wary of where they purchase their produce.
I'm really terrified because those are the foods, that's a brand we kind of trust right now due to all their marketing and all their commercials, and you feel like real people eat that every day.
Produce such as cantaloupe and romaine lettuce had also been recalled due to possible contamination with Listeria, a bacteria that can cause infections in sometimes children, frail people, and senior citizens.
Right now that's really terrifying to hear because I know my mom goes there.
It could take weeks before symptoms of Listeria begin to take effect, such as fever and muscle aches. Antibiotics can help those diagnosed, but without treatment, those who are infected could lose the ability to speak or even death. From Orange, California, this is Zarina Carzada with Chapman News.
The bad cantaloupes were linked to 17 deaths caused by Listeria, but don't sweat it too much. As of today, there are no reports of salmonella or Listeria illnesses linked to any produce in California.
The billionaire co-founder of Apple passed away Wednesday afternoon at the age of 56. Steve Jobs was the former CEO of Apple until he stepped down in August. Jobs was diagnosed in 2004 with a rare form of pancreatic cancer. His reason for resigning was because he could, quote, no longer meet his duties and expectations as Apple's CEO. The sudden wave of support and admiration of Steve Jobs was obvious through the various social media websites. Stevie Wonder expressed how Steve Jobs gave the blind eyes and the deaf ears. There were 3 apples that changed the world: the one that Eve ate, the one that fell on Newton's head, and the one that Steve built.
So don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary.
We at Chapman University were all very sad to learn of the passing of Steve Jobs. For all of us that have Apple computers, use the Apple iPhone, or even have Apple iPads, we are all very grateful for your innovations, and we're truly going to miss you.
Rest in peace, Steve. We'll miss you.
Prosecutors are cracking down on marijuana dispensaries in the state of California. Stores have been warned that they must shut down within 45 days or face criminal charges, even if they are operating legally under the state's 15-year-old medical marijuana law. California U.S. attorneys sent letters this week to pot shops stating that federal law takes precedence over state law and applies regardless of the particular uses for which a dispensary is selling and distributing marijuana. 12 of the letters sent this week were to shops located in San Diego. None mentioned were located in Orange County.
From teams that made the playoffs to a team that didn't, the Los Angeles Dodgers season was plagued with issues, including the safety of their fans. Kent Paisley has the story.
And now, it's time for Dodger Baseball!
Tonight marks the end of the season series between the San Francisco Giants and the Los Angeles Dodgers. And on a similar evening back in April, Giants fan Brian Stowe was beaten inside the Dodger parking lot. We talked with fans and others about how safe they feel inside of Dodger Stadium.
I feel safe here. There's a lot of cops here. No one's really rowdy. It was just one bad incident. It doesn't change the season for us.
I feel pretty safe here. I feel like that it was an isolated incident.
For the most part, I feel pretty safe. The last time I came after the incident, there were a lot of cop cars around the entire parking lot area, so it was a lot easier to feel safe.
We also talked with Ray Ratto from Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area and Damon Bruce from KNBR 1050 about staying safe at Dodger Stadium.
If you're looking for trouble, Dodger Stadium might have some trouble looking back for you more than other situations, but I don't think that Dodger Stadium is an unsafe place for anyone.
Ratto agreed with Bruce, saying Don't go to the game if you're going to get too drunk to not know where you are. Despite an average attendance drop of over 9,000 fans per game since the incident in April, most fans still feel secure at the ballpark. It's also worth noting that we were stopped 3 times by security while trying to shoot this story. At Dodger Stadium, I'm Kent Paisley, Chapman News.
Throughout the season, the Dodgers did bulk up security around the stadium, but did see a dip in attendance.
A woman was arrested for breaking a restraining order against her after she tried contacting her victim by means of a message in a burrito. 37-year-old nurse Amy Bloss was arrested in Oklahoma after she was caught having sex with a 13-year-old boy. She faces charges of 3 counts of rape in the first degree, as well as a slew of other laws she violated. But get this, she was arrested again this week after she was caught sending the boy a message in a breakfast burrito. The note said, "Hey babe, I love you forever." She was already facing a possible life sentence before the incident occurred and is now being held without bail until the preliminary trial in November.
Television's fall lineup has just gotten underway and a show has already been canceled. NBC's Playboy Club was officially canceled after just 3 episodes. The Parents Television Council protested that the sexualizing content of the show was too much for TV, but the cut shouldn't be too big of a surprise as it did receive an extremely low 1.2 rating. As of now, there are no plans to air the Playboy Club in another time slot.
Well, that's all we have for this webisode. Thanks for watching, and make sure to tune in to our next full broadcast airing live every Friday at noon, with a replay Tuesday nights at 10 on Time Warner Channel 6. I'm Nick Tossey.
And I'm Tara Skipper, and this has been Chapman News Online. Have a great day.